Hopefully this video will answer some questions that you may have. Do I walk with a limp? Can I run? Do I play any other sports? And do I wear any special kind of footwear? I had an ankle fusion after an accident. If you don't know what an ankle fusion is, it's when the bones in your ankle are joined together to form one solid piece, making it less painful but with less flexibility. Essentially, it means when you're walking, you are walking a bit more flat-footed than you would be with a normal ankle joint. So, do I walk with a limp? Yes, I would say I do walk with a limp. However, I should say my ankle has more than just the metal work from the actual ankle fusion itself. I had quite a bad injury on my ankle, so I've got plates and screws, as I say, in other places other than the actual ankle fusion site. I wouldn't say I walk with a limp, but you can definitely see that I've got a slightly different walking gait to someone who hadn't had an ankle fusion. It's not a major problem. It's more when the ground is sloped. Because you haven't got the dorsiflexion in your ankle, you kind of have to make up for that a lot of the time with your hip and your knee, but a lot of the time you kind of just have to move your feet in a position that is comfortable to get up or down any ground that's inclined. So how far can I walk? Miles. I mean, an average day, I would say just walking the dog is about 6 miles. I'm in a job where I'm on my feet all day. Regularly, my overall steps at the end of the day are around 26,000 steps. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really ever walk a massive distance from point to point, but I'm pretty confident that if I needed to or so desired to, I could walk 15 miles without an issue. I mean, if I've done a lot of walking during the week, then, you know, by the end of the week, my ankle can be a little bit sore. I wouldn't say it's major pain, but I do get a little bit of soreness, and that's just my body telling me, okay, just chill it out for a couple of days and just relax for a little bit. But yeah, I can walk confidently quite a distance. Can I run? No, I can't run. Well, I could run if there was a fire, but I couldn't run in a fun run or something like that. I could probably run 50 meters. It wouldn't look great. It probably wouldn't feel great. I have heard of other people that have had ankle fusions that run no problem. I've yet to see any evidence of it. I'm sure there are people out there. If you're one of them, put a comment below. But yeah, I can't run. I have tried, but I just can't run. Funnily enough, I actually find it easier trying to jog uphill, so on an incline, than on a flat surface. I guess because I can spring off the front ball of my foot. But yeah, in general, no, I can't run. I can run sort of quick, sharp dashes. Sometimes I've had a little go at playing squash or badminton, so I've done it in that scenario. But yeah, as a general rule, I don't run because, one, I don't really want to trip over and injure my leg anymore, which is quite a high possibility. Yeah, and two, it just doesn't feel very natural. I used to do a lot of cross-country running and sprinting and all that kind of good stuff when I was growing up, so it is one of the things I miss, but there you go. No, I can't run. So, do I play sport? Mountain biking is my main sport. Not sure you can class using a turbo trainer indoors as a sport, although it is an e-sport, but I just do it for fitness. So yeah, mountain biking, but I got into that through my physio because she suggested that I should get a bike as a low impact exercise. And I haven't looked back since. I've been all over the UK. I've ridden in Greece, a couple of times actually in Greece. So yeah, Wales in the UK. Love going down to the West Country, to the Quantock Hills. It's gorgeous. So sport, I've tried playing squash. I used to play squash a lot before my ankle fusion, but it is quite hard on the ankle. It's not too bad if you're playing someone who is a little bit less in skill, so you can get them to do all the running, but generally speaking, no, I don't play it. I've tried a couple of times, but it's just too fast paced, too quick turns for me. It's just too, it's going to be an easy one to twist my ankle over, and that's the last thing I need. So yeah, no squash unfortunately. Football is a definite no-no. Again, I just can't take the risk. You get one, even playing in goal, if someone kicks you in that leg or your ankle, I think it's going to cause you major problems. Yeah, I'll go swimming. I can do a bit of swimming. Swimming was a major part of my recovery, to be honest. What else have I tried? Badminton. I played badminton a few times. That's not too bad because it's a bit of a slower pace than squash. Well, look at that. So yeah, badminton, I've tried playing that a few times. That's not too bad. I mean, there is a bit of running and there is a bit of I'm never going to get to that shot, but if you enjoy playing sport, I mean, I used to play loads of sport prior to fracturing my ankle, so for me, anything, even if I'm obviously going to be nowhere as good as I was, badminton's a pretty good option for just a chill, slow game. Again, try and get your opponent to do all the running. That's the name of the game. Do I wear any special shoes? No, I don't wear any special shoes at all. I just wear normal, everyday footwear, be that hiking boots, trainers, dress-up shoes, flip-flops. Yeah, I just wear normal, everyday trainers. Certain trainers I find a bit better, so Skechers for walking the dog outside on the pavement, I find that pretty good, but yeah, I have heard that there's things like MTBs, I think they're called, or rocker shoes, but I haven't tried anything like that. I've never really felt the need to. Yeah, I would say that generally you can get by with normal shoes, but obviously everyone's different. That's just my experience. I've never really had to adjust my footwear in any way whatsoever, other than ankle boots that come up sort of quite high up the ankle. I tend to avoid them just because they rub, not really where the fusion was, but where my sort of injury was from the initial accident, which was falling off a ladder. So even after 20 years it's still quite swollen in that area, so it just can be a bit uncomfortable. So, but yeah, no, normal shoes for me. So would I recommend ankle fusion? Well, for me it completely changed my life. I went from not being able to walk to the end of the road to being able to go back to a full-time job. Yeah, there's certain things I can't do, but I try to focus on the things that I can. I've had a few setbacks over the years. I've had a couple of periods where I've perhaps turned it slightly awkwardly, so that's resulted in me being in one of those walking boots for a week or two, but overall 100% recommendation. If you're in a lot of pain and there doesn't seem to be any other way to resolve it, I mean, I had multiple operations before I had the ankle fusion, and nothing seemed to really help. I was just on painkillers 24/7, and as I say, I could not even walk to the end of the road. And today I go out hiking, mountain biking, normal walking with the dog, cycling indoors. So yeah, I would recommend it if you're in a similar situation to me. Obviously everyone is different, get your own advice, but for me it was a resounding yes. So what are the biggest downfalls to having my ankle fused for nearly 20 years? I would say it's the impact it's had on my knee and my hip, particularly on that side, but it hasn't helped with my hip on the other side either. So what do? Daily stretching is absolutely key. If I don't do any stretches, then my hip is absolutely killing me, as is my knee. If I do stretching every day, that for the most part completely disappears. Along with stretching, as I say, I do a bit of indoor cycling on Zwift. I do that maybe every other day, and then a sort of mountain bike ride at the weekend. And I do some body weight exercises, but predominantly a lot of stretching, yoga, Pilates, that kind of stuff. It really helps. Even if you just do 5 minutes a day working on your hips and knees, it will absolutely put you in good stead for the life of your ankle fusion. I mean, I'm 46 now. I've had mine fused since I think I was 22, 23, something like that. So hopefully it will last me for the rest of my life, and my hips, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will most definitely send you back a reply.